Welcome to the 2019 Teacher of the Year Banquet. A special thanks to the Ellet High School Jazz Band under the direction of Mr. Adam Grom for the fabulous music, which included Buchtel's trumpet player Kevin Calavan, Ellet Adam Grom on the sax, and from Voris, Rolando Pizzana. Let's get a round of applause for our musicians that warmed us up tonight. Our program tonight is a little bit of a departure, slight departure. Does everybody know Mark Williamson over here? All right. Tommy Bruno with you as well. And we are going to host this thing and have a wonderful evening. So thanks for coming out. We're using both this ballroom and the central ballroom as well. We've split schools. We have not split schools between two tables unless the school has more than 10 guests. Boy, it got quiet. You guys interested in that, huh? So let me read that again. We have not split schools between two tables unless the school has more than 10 guests. Otherwise, all schools are seated together, and we are broadcasting the program into the central ballroom so our friends over in the central can remain an active and engaged part of our program tonight. Our dinner will be served, and we invite our Teachers of the Year to participate in the grand entrance later this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Superintendent, David James.
Well, good evening and welcome. And Mark, Karen, Gijic warned you, no jokes. No jokes. Well, you'll notice that our program is a bit different this year than in years past, and this is not simply change for change's sake, but we want to get you home at a decent time. But it is always good to change things up after a while just to keep us all on our toes. But one thing that does not change is our enjoyment of this event every year and being in the company of hundreds and hundreds of enthusiastic, intelligent people. And I really feel that we are a family, a very large family, but a family nonetheless. And I like that feeling and enjoy highlighting our profession on this night. And speaking of families, earlier today I attended an event. It was actually at St. Vincent St. Mary High School because all of our buildings were all being used. We hosted the I Promise School, and I just can say, watch the news tomorrow or hit your Twitter feed, and there's a wonderful partnership that we're announcing, and you'll hear about it pretty shortly. I think it's fabulous for our students in Akron, and particularly at the I Promise School. And it's just once, because I have a couple other things up my sleeve that I'm pretty sure will be announced pretty quickly. But getting back to tonight, the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung had his outlook on the value of teaching. One looks back with appreciation to the brilliant teachers, but with gratitude to those who touched our human feelings. The curriculum is so much necessary raw material, but warmth is the vital element for growing plant and for the soul of the child. So as I look back on the year that has gone by since our last Teacher of the Year celebration and evaluate where we are, I have to say we're in a better place this year than last. When you look at our enrollment, our finances, as a public school district in 2019, it's relatively good. And it's exciting because we see some progressive and innovative ideas that are drawing attention both locally and nationally. And we're certainly not a district that tries to stand pat. We are constantly evolving, and that evolution is because of all of you. So all is not rosy as usual, but if you pay attention to the news, a threat to our public education system is ongoing and may be the most important long-term threat to our economy as a nation and our national well-being. Because as Mary Kelly likes to say, education is the foundation, particularly at elementary, Mark Black. So the idea of a school district having to choose between education and budget is the problem, and you should all know that our own treasurer and CFO, Ryan Pendleton, and my deputy superintendent, Dr. Ellen McWilliams-Woods, have been working very hard in Columbus for fair funding for Ohio schools. Thank you. I'm not going to try and explain our educational funding model because we'd be here all night, but suffice to say, it's actually, the plan they're working on is actually simpler and more equitable for all districts, more effective than the current system, which, by the way, as you all know, has been ruled unconstitutional numerous times. So our hope is that this makes its way successfully through the complex legislative process of our state. There are always obstacles, but we remain hopeful and optimistic. But I want to personally thank Ellen and Ryan in the midst of a complicated move from one building to another and the rigors of their daily jobs. They invested a great deal of time, their personal time, going back and forth to Columbus for many months to make this a possibility. And that work is not over yet. You know, changes to education, you know, including the financial aspects of it, it needs to come from educators like all of you, because you're the most well-suited to achieve these goals. But that doesn't mean that we don't want, accept, and pursue assistance from those outside of our system. As we say here at APS, connecting community to the classroom. Our college and career academies of Akron are doing very well, both in the fundamental foundation of the programs themselves, but in the way they are affecting the lives of our students who are enjoying the new and eye-opening experiences they are having through our academies. Academies that would not be possible without many of you. I think back to that group I visited at North High School with Tracy Buckner, and I said, well, you all, you know, I'll send some of you down to Nashville to take a look and come back and tell me what you think. And they came back and said I was moving too slow. We have more than 300 community partners who have now joined this exciting effort to transform education in Akron Public Schools. And we didn't have that kind of investment in our district 5 to 10 years ago. So I'm extremely proud of the work that all of you have done. And I'm excited to see what happens next school year as we have our academies established in every high school. And thanks to our partners at the GAR Foundation and the Martha Holden Jennings Foundation, through grants, we can now move our programming down to our middle and elementary schools as well. So each of you, go ahead and clap for that. Each of you has proven through your hard work and dedication to our students, to teaching and learning, that we can make this work, and we do make this work. I want all of our educators here tonight to know how important your work is. We come here tonight to honor not only our very best, but to honor all educators in Akron Public Schools for doing what I always call heroic work. I'm not one for simply using other people's quotes without good cause, but I will leave you with one of my favorites about what we do, and it comes from our former president, Barack Obama. And I quote, change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Thank you. Enjoy the evening, and God bless.
Thank you so much. There are a few special recognitions we'd like to get started with. These are awards bestowed on our faculty this past year. Please stand and be recognized as we call your name out, or we make note of you on the tabletops. The Governor's Thomas Edison Awards for Excellence in STEM Education and Student Research were earned by 90 teachers from across our district. The names and schools are on the trifolds on your table. If you are one of the 90 winners from Bookdale, Ellett, Firestone, Miller South, STEM High School, or STEM Middle School, please stand and be recognized. On your table, you'll see a small brochure with the names of our faculty who have served as ambassadors from our district by giving presentations at conferences or publishing articles this past school year. If you're one of our ambassadors, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. We have two other faculty members who garnered additional recognition. Deborah Ginn, Deborah is from Findlay, CLC, and was recognized as the 2019 Outstanding Cooperating Teacher. Isn't that funny? Yeah, you in there? Oh, there she comes. All right. Come on in. And cooperating teacher by the Ohio Association of Teachers Educators. Congratulations. Please give her a round of applause. Just want to say thank you.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. We also want to recognize, I have so many pieces of paper up here. Take those, would you? I know who it is, but I don't know if I'll see her or not. Michele Jones, are you here? Michele is the coach at Kenmore, as most of you know. She also teaches at Innis, and she received the 2019 Clem Carabulad Memorial Coach of the Year Award from the Akron Beacon Journal. And also from the Touchdown Club of Greater Akron, they honor just one coach every year. Congratulations, that's wonderful. That's who they selected this year. Our next step is the Shining Apple Awards, which I know everybody looks forward to every year. This will be a little bit different than it has been in past years. So we would like all the Shining Apple teachers and students to please come forward. Come on up. As they make their way up here and over here and around here, let me tell you what the Shining Apple Award is all about. Every year, we invite the top seniors to identify one influential teacher that they've had and to share with us why they chose the teacher that they picked to receive this recognition, the Shining Apple. And the students, the Shining Apple students this year are Ronald Rayne Jr. You can raise your hand when we say your name. Thank you. Yeah. Jada Peterson. They may not be in order here. Jada, you here? Madison Byler. Grace Julian. Malaya Owens. Karamet Malay. And Malaysia Kelly. Did I miss Sarah Moore? I did. And Sarah Moore, thanks, Tommy. My prompter tells me that David, would you come up, and our board members come on up for the presentation? All of our board members, I know you're here. I've seen you. You're all at one table. From Akron Early College, Sarah Moore had this to say about the teacher she chose, who is Travis Mccowan. Mr. Travis Mccowan had confidence in my writing ability when I did not. He encouraged not only me, but all of his students to write, peer edit, and refine our rough drafts until they were quality papers. He gave us feedback on our writing to assist us to better claim, support, and explain. He told me I was a good creative writer when I did not believe it myself. As a ninth grader, he recommended I take the university placement test for English composition, which allowed me to take English Comp 1 and 2 as a sophomore. I wasn't expecting him to make this recommendation, but I was honored and grateful. Ultimately, I received A's in both college classes. Mr. Mccowan is a great English teacher and a supportive listener. He always makes time in his schedule to answer questions or just to talk. For his encouragement and faith in me, I nominate Mr. Mccowan for the Shining Apple Award.
All right, next up from Bookdale CLC, Ronald Rayne Jr. shared his, I'm sorry? How you doing? Ronald Rayne Jr. shared a story about Stephanie Zendi. Miss Stephanie Zendi, my nominee for the Shining Apple Award, has been there for me since the 9th grade, pushing me to do my best. She doesn't do it just for me. She does it for all her students. Each student has his or her own challenges to overcome, and Mrs. Zendi helps them overcome any challenge that is keeping them from succeeding. She adapts her teaching style to fit her students' needs. She cares about each student and their personal life and provides guidance to lead them down the right path. She's even willing to help students in classes that she doesn't teach, whether it's math, history, or science. She finds a way to help. I can honestly say if it wasn't for Ms. Zendi, I would not have made it this far. Her dedication and motivation and believing in me has encouraged me to overcome many obstacles. What a great story. Round of applause one more time.
I was thinking they might be on a 7-second delay over there. It's kind of... From East CLC, Jada Peterson, who selected Daniel Velasco Perez as her Shining Apple teacher. And she writes, there's been no other teacher in all my years that has meant as much to me as Mr. Daniel Velasco. Since my first day in his class, I felt a great connection with Mr. Velasco. He's attentive, energetic, always willing to share his wisdom with me. His amazing personality shines through into his teaching methods. From one-on-one speaking activities to breaking down the origins of words and grammar, there's never a boring lesson with him. I come from a 2-child, single-mother household. So Mr. Velasco's involvement in my life has really had a positive influence on me. He's become someone I look up to, like my own school father figure. I cannot thank him enough for all of the above reasons and many more. As a token of my gratitude, I happily nominate him for the Shining Apple Award.
Oh, thank you very much. Ellet's top scholar, Madison Byler, has selected Denise Brannon Preshak as her Shining Apple teacher. Senora. Hola. Denise Brannon Preshak is my nominee for Shining Apple Award, whether it's because of the fun she incorporates in her Spanish curriculum or her supportive attitude. Her students look forward to her class where they learn while enjoying themselves, sometimes a difficult thing to do, as we all know, in high school. Not only is she an amazing teacher who does not put up with students' quote, crap, Senora, she's always there for her students to overcome and support them. I remember a specific time when she walked my friend across the football field as she won homecoming court. Her family could not be there, but my teacher was. Her teaching influenced my decision in minoring in Spanish in college. She's a great example of whom I want to be when I get older. Isn't that nice?
How do we say crap in Spanish? Yeah, we'll let that go. Sorry, Karen. Shining Apple teacher Shari Hankinson, selected by Grace Julian from Firestone. And she writes, if you ask anyone who went to STEM middle school, chances are they will tell you my Shining Apple nominee was their favorite teacher. They will remember her jokes about earrings and shoes, her cats, and her love of Poe. Beyond that, however, they'll remember her as one of the best teachers to ever enter a classroom. Coach Shari Hankinson changed my life. I learned more than just how to be a good writer in her classroom. I learned how to stand up for myself and how to face people bigger than I was and more powerful than I am. She showed me it was okay to be loud and a little bossy despite my small size and femininity. She believed in all 100 of her kids, and in doing so, she taught us more than we could have learned about English alone. It's been 4 years since my 8th grade graduation, and I will remember till the day I die the quote she whispered to me as I cried about leaving behind my friends and favorite teachers for high school. And you, Dorothy said to the Scarecrow, I think I'll miss you the most. She made me the person I am today, only a bit taller, and far more confident than the tiny 5th grader she met all those years ago, and the still small 8th grader she said farewell to 4 years after that. That is lovely.
Malaya Owens from Kenmore Garfield selected Kelsey Kent. For 3 weeks, I was in Miss Kelsey Kent's classroom. She made an impression on me that lasted to this day. My schedule was changed after 3 weeks, and Miss Kent was never my official teacher, but she made such a positive impact on me during that short time that I made it my mission to see her each and every day. I would go to her classroom before school just to hang out and talk. She understood me, and we could talk about anything. She made sure I stayed focused on my schoolwork. Now Miss Kent works in a different building on a different side of town, yet she still emails me to motivate me and help me with my schoolwork. When I'm drowning in work, she makes sure I stay healthy and reminds me to breathe. I'm happy to nominate Miss Kent for the Shining Apple Award. However, it's a small token of my appreciation.
STEM high school student Karamet Malay selected Benjamin Graber. She wrote, "It has been a great honor to be one of the students who has benefited from Mr. Graber's coaching. He's been one of my favorite mentors since my freshman year when I was really struggling in math. He taught his students how to collaborate, identify our strengths, and use them when problem solving. Because of his coaching, I was able to overcome my challenges in geometry. Coach Graber's kindness and sincerity have inspired me to treat others in the same way and uphold the values of integrity, trustworthiness, and leadership. Although I am no longer in Mr. Graber's class, he always makes time to help me with recommendations or advice. Coach Ben Graber embodies the definition of coaching in NIF STEM High School."
Man with the bow tie. You look good. Yeah. Malaysia Kelly from North High School selected Terrence Sprangling. Terrence Ringling is living proof that a permanent substitute can have just as much impact as a traditional teacher does. I met Mr. Sprangling when he was a substitute for my American government teacher, but he ended up staying a lot longer than intended. During this time, he encouraged me, often giving me advice on college majors. He wrote numerous letters of recommendations for scholarships to universities. I remember the time I applied for Harvard University and got an interview. When I was told Mr. Sprangling, I told him my good news, his jaw literally dropped and a tear almost fell from his eye. And I thought to myself, there's no way this guy's gonna start crying. But I could see the excitement on his face, the emotion and the pride he had. Not only does he support me personally, but he supports the entire North student body, from cooking breakfast and morning government classes, bringing in lunch to show he cares. And he's altering suits. What was this guy? He dresses the day before prom, showing spirit at the games. What a great guy. I've nominated Mr. Terrence Ringling to receive the Shining Apple Award. Let's give him a round of applause.
And one more time, let's hear it for all of the 2019 Shining Apple teachers and the students who nominated them. Congratulations.
All right, next up, the Maryland Parks Award. Our next award is called the Maryland Parks Achievement Award. The award is named in honor of Marilyn Parks, a kindergarten teacher who served the district for 25 plus years. Dr. Sylvester Small established this award in Marilyn's honor. She was an incredibly caring and charismatic kindergarten teacher who served our families at North Hill. Marilyn loved to share the story of the starfish. Anybody know this story? You guys know what this is all about? It's about persistence and mission. Marilyn knew that she was extremely persistent and mission-driven. She touched the lives of all that she knew. The story of the starfish reminds us all the importance of what work we do each and every day. The story's about making a difference. Our nominees serve as ambassadors of the Akron Public Schools. They have respect and admiration of students and coworkers. They inspire students of all backgrounds and are committed to lifelong learning. We have 5 of our staff members who are difference makers. Our Maryland Parks nominees are invited to come forward and receive a special Starfish Award.
And those finalists are, in case they don't know, I'll say their names. Jill Finnegan, Case Community Learning Center. Rosemary Flo Carey from Ott Staff Development Center. Benjamin Graber, STEM High School. Angela Harper, Mason Community Learning Center. And Michele Jones from Jennings CLC. And Mr. James is going to give you your award. Just a little quiet time. Would you like to come up, David? And
So, members of the selection committee, one whom worked directly with Maryland Parks, had the difficult task of choosing one person from this select group for the 2019 Maryland Parks Achievement Award winner. This year's award winner is an Akron educator, of course, who has served our students for many years, is dedicated to enriching the lives of students in Akron Public Schools, supports colleagues within the school and across the district, has established strong community partnerships with community agencies, is just like Maryland. Our award winner creates meaningful learning opportunities for staff and finds creative ways for students to achieve success, has been instrumental in supporting new initiatives within, well, they're all female, so I can say her and not his or her school and across the district. Oh, one guy, I'm sorry. Well, see, I just gave it up, so sorry. Well, it says it right here. She was among the first to bring trauma-informed training to our district. Is a tireless grant writer, always looking for ways to find additional supports for students. Is a graduate of the University of Akron. Sees teachers as salespersons. When creating lesson plans for students and PD for others, she looks for the buy-in, the hook, the sale. Is reflective and a lifelong learner, follows her students. Once you have been taught by this woman, you are connected to her for life because she never lets you go. Those teaching relationships built on kindness and compassion endure. Always learns something new about the content and about herself every single time she teaches students or adults. Our Maryland Parks Achievement Award winner is Dr. Michele Jones, serving Jennings Community Learning Center. Come on up, Dr. Jones. Congratulations again. I think here we'll thank you. Yes, he warned me ahead of time. There you go. This is wonderful. All right. Now we need to turn around.
Yeah, just deep smile. That's good, right there. I'll take a couple. Or a few.
All right.
Good, thank you.
Got it. All right.
Wow. I just want to say, I thank you so much for this. Is obviously a huge honor, and I'm incredibly humbled to be standing here. There are just so many amazing people in Akron Public Schools, and I just feel really blessed to be a part of all of you. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to invite all of our 2019 Teachers of the Year to report to the foyer here in the South Ballroom to my right to prepare for the grand entrance. We're pleased to acknowledge the gifts and awards we're about to bestow on the 2019 Akron Teachers of the Year. In a few moments, we will recognize every building teacher of the year. Once the lineup in the grand entrance of our 2019 building teacher is finalized, we will introduce each teacher and ask teacher districts to come to the front of the ballroom and shake hands with district leadership.
We're almost there. Almost. So, how was dinner? Are all the board members back in there? Everybody in the room? Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, could I have your attention, please? Please. Thank you. We want to take a minute here to, and I know that we've already introduced David, but we're going to introduce David again, and our Assistant Superintendent, Ellen McWilliams-Woods. And if you, this to my left, to your right, for the people in that room, it would be, well, whatever direction this is. I'd like to also acknowledge our board members who are here tonight. The Reverend Dr. Curtis T. Walker Sr., our board president. Tim Miller and Bruce Alexander. Patrick Bravo. Ginger Baylor. Morgan Lasher. And Lisa Mansfield. And we also want to acknowledge our executive directors of elementary education, Mary Kelly, and executive director of secondary education, Mark Black. So while we're sort of getting everything back together here and you're digesting your food, I want to tell you a little bit about the awards and the recognition and the gifts that we're going to bestow upon our teachers. Each building teacher of the year is going to receive a signature Don Drum desk plate. Very nice. These desk plates are only awarded to our teachers of the year. This is each building teacher there. A special lapel pin designed by Malia Shance's art students from Miller South School for the visual and performing arts. Each teacher is wearing one of them tonight. A one-of-a-kind portrait created courtesy of our APS student artists. A special proclamation from, we have several, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine and Lieutenant Governor John Husted, United States Senator Rob Portman, U.S. Congresswoman Marcia L. Fudge, Ohio House Representative Amelia Strong Sykes, and from our mayor, Dan Horrigan. We actually have a living, breathing example right here. It's a proclamation. And also they receive the sincere thanks of a grateful school district for doing such wonderful work every day of the year. So Tommy, are you ready to read the lineup? Everybody set? All right.
All right, and I wanted to add in real quick, they're also going to get a certificate allowing the teachers to attend an APS 3T conference at no cost and a supply allocation for next school year of $150. How about that? All right, let's go through the elementary. Lori Stone, Betty Jane. Chris Pace, Case, CLC. Karen Jankura from Kraus, CLC. Courtney Waldsmith, David Hill, Deborah Ginn from Findlay, David Skelton, Firestone Park. How you doing, David? Dawn Blakeney from Forest Hill, Sharon Withrow. Hello, Sharon from Glover. Janet Rice is here. Harris Jackson. Deborah Brink from Hatton. How are ya? Melissa Berzito. Helen Arnold. Well, I've got Kay Zink up next. There you go, Kay. I think that's Tyler. Hi, Kay. Kay's from Liggett. There's Tyler Mahaffey. Tyler's group's right to my right, Mason. Donna Kickle is from Mickey Bright. Donna, I got it up here, Donna Kickle. Sharon Pisker from Pfeiffer. Darla, is that you? Darla Cutright, congratulations, Portage Path. Elizabeth Foote. Thank you so much, Elizabeth from Resnick. Is that Judith Lancaster right there? It is indeed. Reimer. Mitchell Lone is from Ritzman. Is that right? Michelle. Oh, that's a funny spelling. Michelle, I'm sorry. That's my fault. Well, I won't get this wrong. Cleopatra Clifford from Robinson. Carmen Parms Riggins from Schumacher. Annie Chapman from Cyberling. And Emily Humphrey, Early Learning Program. Next up is Kathy DeTero is from Voris. Round of applause for Kathy. And Laura Conroy from Windermere. Hi, Laura. All right, we move to secondary. Is that Justin Little? Justin, congratulations. Elizabeth Chapman. Alexandra Matt. Yeah, she's up next. Sheila Govro. Huh? Not bad. Govro. From Buchtel. Rebecca Bettio. Yeah, from East. Tammy Mano from Ellett is up next as well. There's Mark with a C. Debo from Firestone. Samantha Fodor from Ennis is walking in front of me. Congratulations to you. There's another Michele Jones from Jennings. Mr. Tanner Hughes is up next from STEM High School. There's Beth Buckner. She is up next. Congratulations, Beth. And Diana Velasco. She's bringing up the rear from North. Congratulations to you. Way to go.
The gift items presented to the 8 Division Teachers of the Year are all of those I mentioned 6 minutes ago. But wait, there's more, thank you. A $300 supply allocation for the next school year. Yeah. A $50 gift card presented by the Akron Education Association, and tickets to a special Loge event with the Akron Rubber Ducks, sponsored by the Beacon of Light and Brennan Manna Diamond. Now, let's present our 2019 Division Finalists for Teacher of the Year. In the elementary division, our finalists are Catherine Mary Lovell, Barber Community Learning Center. Jessica Tozy from the I Promise School. Brianna Hayes from King CLC. Caitlin Short from Sam Salem CLC. And the, what's that? Oh, you sure? It's just okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Our secondary division finalists from higher CLC, Tracy Bowman. Joseph Nicolino, Kenmore Garfield High School. Stephen Sazak from Litchfield International Baccalaureate MYP Community Learning Center. And Marissa Hughes, Miller South. Congratulations to all of our division finalists. Yay.
The 2019 Akron Public Schools District Teacher of the Year will also receive all the previously mentioned and a dozen roses donated by Staircase Florists of right here in Akron, a gift certificate from the Akron Administrators Association, a tablet computer donated by CDWG, our partner, business partner, University of Akron gift bag, a supply allowance of $450, a gift basket from the LeBron James Family Foundation, which has an iPad case, White Beats pill. You got them back there, don't you, Mark? What are you doing over there, Mark? White Beats Solo 3, a Visa gift card for $200. It's all there. And all sorts of stuff. And a trip to an educational conference anywhere in the continental United States. Pretty neat to be taken next year. In addition, they will receive a membership to a public radio station called 91.3 The Summit, and also get a 1-hour broadcast of playing their 5 favorite songs on the radio. We've got connections to this station, so good luck on that one. All right, and we saved the best for last. Mark, you got a couple more. Want me to roll through it? You're going to get lunch with the assistant superintendent and lunch with the superintendent during the State of the Schools next year. Thank you, David. Ellen, thank you as well. Now, please welcome David James and Ellen McWilliams-Woods to the podium to announce our 2019 APS District Teacher of the Year.
Well, I am incredibly humbled to be here. That's the only word that kept swirling through my mind, actually all this week, thinking about the breadth of talent that's in this room. And what I love about this night is that you all represent all the other staff kind of who aren't here behind you that are also as incredibly talented as the people sitting in the room. I'm so humbled by the innovation. I just was at Mason the other day, and I was humbled by the student work that was displayed. I'm humbled by the use of innovative technology that you do every single day in this district. Do y'all know that we implemented one-to-one technology without a hitch? That's unbelievable. I'm so humbled by the love and dedication that you give to our children every day. You heard the shining apples, the father figures that we have, the mother figures. That just doesn't happen. That happens when you have incredibly dedicated educators like we do in Akron. I've been very fortunate to travel a lot this year to other districts, to testify down at the House of Representatives. Tomorrow, I'm with Senator Lehner trying to overturn House Bill 70. But everywhere I go, I talk about you all. I talk about the amazing things that are happening here in Akron because of our educators, and people are so impressed with what we're doing. I am thankful that I always get this honor of announcing our Teacher of the Year. So let me go ahead and begin, should I, Superintendent? Here we go. I am pleased to introduce the 2019 Akron Public Schools Teacher of the Year. Our Teacher of the Year has taught for our district for at least 13 months. Our Teacher of the Year attended Bowling Green or Kent State University or the University of Akron. Our Teacher of the Year serves on or is in support of the building SIP team. Our Teacher of the Year is an active member of the building PLC. Students respect this teacher. This teacher is always at school. Now, colleagues have said this about our Teacher of the Year. The teacher is dedicated, committed to making a positive impact in the lives of students. This teacher seeks out opportunities to grow professionally beyond what is required. The teacher motivates students to improve. Principals have said this about our Teacher of the Year. He or she is a person who sees a need and is not afraid to step in and help out. The energy and enthusiasm this person exhibits is infectious. The positive attitude and demeanor makes a difference in our school culture every day. Students say this about the Teacher of the Year. Absolutely my favorite teacher. This teacher truly, deeply cares about us. Our Teacher of the Year wrote, "My personal feelings and beliefs about teaching start with my vision for myself to always be the positive force for good in every situation. I always stay positive, and I work tirelessly to bring others to my same view of education. Meaningful and engaging learning needs to be taking place in every classroom. Students must feel welcomed into the school. They must have opportunities for leadership and academics, as well as extracurricular offerings. Students must have something and someone in the building that makes them want to come and attend every day. Someone who pushes them to become the best person they can be. I work every day to make sure I am that person for all the students that I serve. I see school as a place where students and the community at large want to come and learn, and not a place where children are forced to attend in order to graduate." Our 2019 Teacher of the Year is, wait, I think we might have a special delivery of the name. There might be a mascot arriving. No, wait, is this a clue? Come on, let's get the envelope. I'm thinking we got a falcon. Oh, no, wait. Is there a ram? Wait. Wait. Woo! All right.
Only in Akron. Oh. All right. Are you two done? Our 2019 Teacher of the, oh, wait a minute, it says peel back, is Joseph Nicolino Kenmore Garfield.
All I have to say is thank you all. I am not the best teacher in this room by any means. I'm a humble person by nature. Whenever I did my interviews, I was like, I do not deserve this award more than anybody else. If it wasn't for my team at Kenmore Garfield, I wouldn't be here. And that's the bottom line. And this little guy right here as well. I want to thank my wife, my parents. They watch my baby every day. Catherine Rodacher, David Curzon. They're the best principal team I could ever ask for. And it's just a great family we have. Thank you all. Thank you.
Well, that just about wraps it up for tonight. Teachers, collect your portraits from the other room. I just want to thank Karen Gijic and Nathaniel DeVouvier and Joanne Isaac and a whole bunch of other people sort of try to change the event around this year. I think it went well, and they're responsible for this.